The man who discovered a star, the Abraham Quintanilla story. Abraham Quintanilla was an American singer, songwriter, music producer, and talent manager, best known as the father and manager of Tejano music superstar Selena Quintanilla-Pérez. Born February 20th, 1939 in Corpus Christi, Texas, he spent much of his life in music, first as a performer and later as the driving force behind his children's musical careers, especially his daughter Selena's meteoric rise to fame. Most recently, Abraham Quintanilla Jr. died on December 13, 2025, at the age of 86, as announced by his son Aby Quintanilla III on social media. Below is a story about Abraham Quintanilla's life and legacy, written in narrative form, roughly long enough to read for about 20 minutes, an evocative personal and historical portrait. A story, Abraham Quintanilla, the dream, the daughter, the legacy. Abraham Isaac Quintanilla Jr. was born in 1939 in Corpus Christi, Texas, into a Mexican-American family with a deep love for music. From a young age, music wasn't just entertainment in the Quintanilla household, it was a way of life. Abraham learned guitar, sang in school events, and dreamed of one day making a living by performing. By 1956, he had joined a vocal group called Los Dinos, a local band that performed Chicano, doo-wop, and early rock and roll. Though the band never became a household name, Abraham soaked in every moment, learning about harmony, stage presence, touring, and the gritty underbelly of music life. In those days, the band played at local clubs, parties, dances across Texas, and slowly built a reputation. It was a world brimming with energy, possibility, and long, sleepless nights on the road. Abraham wasn't just singing, he was learning how to create entertainment from nothing, how to craft a song, how to coax a crowd into dancing, and most importantly, how to believe that music could change a life. But life had plans that would take him from stages to family responsibilities. In the late 1960s, Abraham married Marcela Zamora, and shortly afterward, he left Los Dinos to focus on raising a family. For a while, his youthful dream of fame faded into memory. To support his wife and children, he took a steady job working in the oil industry at Dow Chemical in Lake Jackson, Texas. Life settled into routine, work, home, bills, children growing up until one day, he noticed something extraordinary. In the early 1970s, Abraham and Marcela welcomed their third child, Selena Quintanilla, born on April 16, 1971. Selena was small, bright-eyed, and alive with energy. From the moment she opened her mouth to sing, Abraham saw something in her voice that made him stop in his tracks. The music that had lived in him for decades suddenly found a new spark in his daughter. Selena's voice wasn't just pleasant. It had the power to move hearts. At first, it happened almost by accident. While teaching music to his older son, Abraham, Aby Quintanilla III, Selena would hover nearby, listening. One day, she began humming along. Abraham encouraged her. Before long, she was singing melodies that seemed to pour straight from her soul. Abraham knew instantly what he had to do. Music was no longer just his dream, it was his daughter's destiny. He gathered his children, Aby on bass guitar, his daughter Suzette on drums, and Selena as the lead vocalist, and revived the family band, naming it Selena y Los Dinos, in homage to his old group. Evenings that once belonged to quiet family dinners turned into long band rehearsals in the living room, nights filled with laughter, mistakes, practice, and the exhilaration of creation. At first, the band played for diners at their mother's restaurant, Papagayos, and later at weddings, fiestas, and anywhere they could book a stage. They learned to perform with precision. They learned about stage fright and how to bury it. They learned how to make people dance, laugh, or cry through song. But they also learned hard lessons, long drives, small pay, and the exhaustion that comes with chasing a dream that refuses to wait. The family poured everything they had, time, energy, savings, into music. There were setbacks, financial strain, business closures, long nights without applause. Abraham became more than a father and manager. He became a mentor, coach, sometimes disciplinarian, always guiding the band through tough circuits, male-dominated Tejano music festivals, and skeptical promoters. Slowly but undeniably, the world began to take notice. By the mid-1980s, Selena y Los Dinos had gained significant traction in the regional Tejano scene, signing with several record labels and releasing multiple albums. Selena's voice, a fusion of heart, innocence, strength, and passion, captured listeners beyond language barriers. She became not just a singer, but a symbol of pride for Mexican-American communities across the U.S. and beyond. Abraham wasn't just her manager, he was her champion. He navigated contracts, bookings, tours, and promotions in an industry that often doubted a young female singer making waves in a male-dominated genre. His knowledge as a former performer helped, but it was his belief in Selena that truly powered every step forward. In 1989, Selena released her debut solo album, which marked the beginning of a meteoric rise. Her charisma, style, and versatility brought her into the homes and hearts of millions. Her music transcended borders. Songs like Como la Flor, Bitty Bitty Bom Bom, and Amor Prohibido became anthems of joy, heartbreak, and cultural pride. And while Selena's popularity soared, Abraham continued to manage every detail with exacting precision and sometimes fierce devotion. Throughout all of this, he was a father first. He guided, advised, protected, and sometimes worried. Fame brought challenges, pressures, and long flights away from home. But at concerts, backstage, or on tour buses, his presence was a constant, silently watching his daughter command arenas with a grace and power that seemed to belong to someone twice her age. Then came March 31st, 1995, a day that would shatter the music world. Selena was tragically killed at the age of 23 by someone she trusted. Her death was a blow to millions, but no loss was deeper than the one felt by her family, especially her father. Abraham's grief was immeasurable. His daughter, his star, his dream, gone too soon. But even in devastation, he found a new mission: to protect and preserve her legacy. He poured his energy into ensuring the world remembered who Selena was artistically, culturally, and personally. He became executive producer on the 1997 film Selena, which starred Jennifer Lopez and brought her story to an even wider audience. For decades after her death, he oversaw posthumous albums, documentaries, concerts, books, and cultural tributes that honored her life. He founded and managed Q Productions, a music company and studio dedicated to Latin music, and continued telling Selena's story through new generations. Abraham's life was full of joy and sorrow, triumph and pain, passion and responsibility. He lived through the exhilaration of music, the struggles of family business, and the heartbreak of loss. He had friends and critics, supporters and skeptics. But through it all, his love for his children, and especially his belief in his daughter Selena, never wavered. In 2025, Abraham Quintanilla's own story came to an end when he passed away at age 86, just after the release of a documentary celebrating the family's musical legacy. Though he is gone, those who loved Selena, those who were inspired by her music, remember him not just as her father and manager,